Okay, here we go with Trebuchet, level 0 and level 4. Now these are not mobile, though they do come in a mobile version. These things are big. Let me just state that right up front. Okay, as far as velocity goes, it goes up to 40, which looks like it's going to shoot pretty darn far. Let me go and bring this down. And of course you can use your smaller ammunition, just like with the other ones. And what we're going to do here is get us lined up here. Now these are going to be a lot less accurate. If you look, when I change the velocity by 1 point, it changes a lot. But this one here, it says you can change the yaw on. Let's see, is that... Okay, that one's just doing velocity, yaw, and pitch. So this one here seems to have a bit more in the way of controls. Let's go in and look here on the key bindings. I don't see a yaw. I see that we can change the turret direction, aim up and down, R and F. So I think in order to change the pitch, you have to actually use the upgrade to change its pitch. So let's just go ahead and go with what we've got here. Our ammo currently loaded is Stone Shot, 45 kilograms. These are the heaviest of the shots that are available. So let's see. Looks like our velocity maxes out at 15 on this one. So it doesn't really give us much of an increase in range as far as the catapult. So let's just go ahead and go through the different ammo we've got here. Looks like it's probably going to be a lot more destructive to the environment. Can we increase that at all? Okay, here's our flame shot. And we've got a pebble shot. Let's go ahead and turn over this way here. Can we increase? No. Still maxing out at a velocity of 15. But that would definitely do a lot more damage. And then we've got a cluster shot. Let's go ahead and throw one of those out. Wow, very nice. And then an explosive shot. Let's go ahead and turn back around over here. So the Trebuchet doesn't really seem to have that great of a range with the heavier shot, same as the catapult. So probably you would only want to use these munitions for castle defense, where you're up on a wall in a higher, basically you've got the ability to arc it out further. And I think, okay, here's the high explosive. Let's go ahead and turn quite a ways over here so we can see what it does to the terrain a little bit more. Wow. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. Okay, let's go ahead and hop out of this one. And I do have the level 4 over here to look at. Let's go ahead and hop into this one. This one here, let's go ahead and check our ammunition. Now, as you can see here, if I were to cycle through the ammunition that we don't actually have, you'll see the velocity change from the 10 to the 15. The 10 actually gives us a 40 on the range, and then as we go to the 15 kilogram, it cuts that down to 32. So here we have the Napalm Shot 15 kilogram, which is one of the heavier napalm shots. I don't know that it was able to handle a heavier one, and it's showing the count went down. I guess I overshot and we didn't actually get to see it. So let's go ahead and bring that down. Okay, right about there. And can we line it up a little bit more? There we go. And okay. So it looks like it's still overshot. Let's bring that down one more time. Nice lava there. And let's go ahead and turn a little bit more. Let's see if we can get a nice hit on this thing. Okay, that one seems to have hit the ground, but we didn't really get to see it. Let's see what other ammunition I might have in this one. Oh, it looks like that was the only one that I really put in. So, let me take a look at the Napalm Shot sizes. It does come in a 30. Let me go ahead and grab a stack of those if I can. Okay. And let's go into here. Those are 15s, but we can't put the 30s in for some reason. I guess it can't handle this big of a shot. Well, what might be able to throw something bigger? Oh, hey! What's that? This is a giant trebuchet, and it actually is pretty giant. The only main difference between the giant and the regular, other than its size and the weight of its projectiles, is that well, it does have more health, but it doesn't have a turret. What does that mean? That means that we can't just turn and change where we're shooting. We can actually turn the trebuchet, but it does not have a turret. What the difference is on that is we're actually moving the entire trebuchet. Not really a big deal. It just means that once it's placed, you have to actually turn the whole thing. You can't keep it facing forward and then move just the turret part. So that's what we have for that. So let's go ahead and see what we can do as far as hitting a target. Now in this one here, the ammunition that I have installed, I've got some heavy iron flame arrows, a cluster shot at 30 kilogram and 45 kilograms. So let's just go ahead and see what those do. Now, it might help if I actually picked one. Let's start with the heavy iron flame arrow. And let's go ahead and see how far our range is. Velocity goes up to 50 on these. So we're going to have to bring that down a bit. Okay, there we are. Now let's go ahead and we have to actually turn the trebuchet. And let's see, can we line it up on here? Maybe give it just a little bit. Nope. Okay. Let's see what happens from this view. Wow, it went from 64 down to 48. Can we even see those hit? Okay, not really. Let's see what the action looks like from here. Let's see if we can actually see that. That moves, and I'm kind of in a reverse view here. Okay, that didn't look too good. Let's try it from here, where we're actually looking from the back, because then at least it'll turn the way I want it to. Let's fire that, and I can just barely see the arrows. Well, let's go ahead and try the next ammunition we've got loaded. Okay, we've got a pebble shot, 45 kilogram. Is that the light one or the heavy one? Pebble shot 45 is the heaviest. So let's see what that looks like. And I'm so far away that I can't even see what it's doing. Let's check out the cluster shot. That one we might be able to see go. Okay, heard it hit. And I think that's the last one. So there is some ammunition that even this thing can't fire. So I'm thinking that it would have to be something designated just for the cannon. It's the only thing we haven't fired yet. So as I've said before, guys, I'm learning this with you guys as we go. But I wanted to kind of play around with these in a creative world so that we could see it without wasting all the resources to build something and then not know how to use it, and then by the time we figured it out, we're dead. So let's go and drop some cannons in here, and I'll see you in just a sec. And we're back with some cannons. First off, the level 0, 75 health. Let's go ahead and have a seat. Ooh, I like the chair on this one. That's cool. Okay, so here we have Iron Shot, 5 and 10k, Grape Shot, 5 and 10, Canister, 5 and 10k. So we've got, so we got 6 different kinds of ammunition here. So let's play. Let's see, with the 5k shot we have a velocity of 40. Okay, and these again are turreted, so we can actually turn the turret without actually turning the vehicle. So let's see how accurate this is. Velocity of 40. Oh, and here the velocity doesn't change, just the pitch. So that makes a little bit more sense. Fire 1. Okay. Doesn't look like it did any damage. Let's go to the 10k. Fire. Okay, that one we could definitely see, and it obviously took out one of the iron blocks there. Next we're going to go to the Grape Shot, and we're going to go ahead and turn over this way here. And 5k. Shoot. Okay, saw some pebbles come out. Let's go for the 10k shot. Okay, very nice. And each one of those has more projectiles as you go up in weight. Next we have a Canister Shot, 5k. Let's see what this one does. Ooh, nice little explosion. Let's go for the 10k. It did destroy the torch. Ooh, nice. Okay, no heavy block destruction. Let's try one more. Let's up the pitch just a little bit. Okay, so it didn't destroy the iron or the lapis. If I actually hit the wool there, it might destroy that. But let's move on to the Iron Shot. That looks pretty good. Oh, don't have that. That wasn't already all 3, was it? What do we have? Oh, I guess that was Iron Shot, Grape Shot, Canister Shot. Okay, on to the level 4. Now we have the same ammunition, just in the higher weight. So iron 15 and 25, grape 15, 25, and canister 15 and 25. So let's go ahead and start with the Iron Shot at 15k. And velocity is still at 40. Let's go ahead and bring our pitch down here. And let's go ahead and turn over to this one here. Okay, right there, nice 7 pitch. And 15k Iron Shot. What you got for me? Okay, looks like it hit a little bit low. Let's go ahead and increase that pitch. Ooh, took out the lapis there. Let's move up to the 25k, and we're going to go ahead and add a little bit to our pitch here because it is heavier. Let's go ahead and add 2 to it. Fire! Oh, it doesn't go near as far. So we're definitely going to have to play with gravity on this one. At 15, looks like it hit just below, and 15 is our maximum pitch. Okay, let's try the Grape Shot. Obviously we can bring this one down a bit, and let's go ahead and turn over to here, and let's fire. So still no damage. I wouldn't really expect any with a Grape Shot, but let's go to the 25 and see what that does. Okay, again, and that doesn't destroy any of the ground there. But let's see, if we increase our pitch here, can we see where that thing's going to hit? Okay, so the last one is the Canister Shot. Let's just go with what we've got here with this pitch and see what happens. Oh, very nice shot. Let's go up to the 25K. Can we actually hit it still? Ooh, very nice. Let's increase maximum pitch of 15. Can we hit it? No, but it does give us some really nice destruction. So somebody's coming at you, and you know, you could probably have a lot of fun with that. Let's go ahead and turn this thing over this way. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to the what was it? The Grape Shot. At close range, will it give us any destruction on the ground? Let's go ahead and lower that pitch. What do we have for the minimum pitch? No, basically point blank. Okay, still no terrain damage, but that's alright. Okay. Cannons do come as part of the fortifications on those castles, and the NPCs will shoot at you. So next thing we're going to do, I believe the last one we have to look at is the Huacha. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Okay, we're back again, looking at the Huacha. Level 0 through level 4 here. Well, level 0 and level 4. Again, health is the main difference here. I'm going to set the time back to dawn. Now, these basically fire rockets. And I believe when you're using it, you can still move it. Yes, you can actually move it around. But boy, is this thing kind of hard to see through when you're trying to aim. And so this may be something that you want to do in a third person, because I can't see where it's shooting. Let's see, we have 4 different kinds of rockets. Regular rocket, flame, explosive, and airburst. So, how do we see what we're going to shoot? Well, let's see. I don't think you can fire while you're moving. Oh, I guess you can. What does that look like? And it basically fires every rocket you have all at once. Okay. So definitely going to want to be in third person for this. Let's go ahead and bring... Let's see, we can change our velocity, it looks like. Can we change our pitch? If so, how would we do so? Let's see, let's go into here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. We've got aim up and down, but that's not changing our pitch. That is changing our velocity. Let me go ahead and take a look at one of the upgrades here. There's a pitch extension, turret wedge. I know that changes your aim pitch, but it doesn't really give a control. Basic trajectory calculator increases your accuracy. Spring-fed reloader, a power upgrade. Well, you know what, let's just grab one of these basic trajectory calculators and try adding that in. So if we put that in, let's go back into here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pick our next ammo type, which is the flame rocket. Okay, I changed the trajectory there while it was in flight, but I don't know if that really affected it. So let's go ahead and move on to our explosive rocket. Now this one here again doesn't have a turret, so you just kind of move yourself. And let's increase that just a bit. Okay, here we have some explosive rockets. Okay, I don't want to run into one of these on a dark night. And then we have Airburst. I know that there are some aircraft that is kind of designed in the game, but it's turned off. So perhaps these are for that, or you know, maybe you could just use this against the Ender Dragon. But let's just see what it does. Okay, that makes me feel in a way that I can't really say. That was pretty cool. I wish there was a way to make them shoot more in more of a straight line. Maybe that's something that I can talk to Shadow Mage about here for this. Oops. Definitely kind of an interesting thing. These don't really seem to do much damage. I'm just going to kind of shoot these into the terrain. These are just the standard rockets. So these are basically just great big arrows. And then I'm going to bring this down again and we'll see what the flames do. And of course this one here you can actually move. And I don't know if there's a way to turn off the make it stop firing once you start. Oh yeah, I really like this one. And then we're going to hit the Airburst, which I suppose you could use to... oh wow, that's really loud. I suppose you could just use these to get to explode mid-flight when you're going after a castle, to get them to kind of explode on the upper level of the castle there, rather than trying to get a direct hit. Okay, so other than some of the basic vehicles and stuff, which let me go ahead and just spawn one of these in real quick. There is the Battering Ram. We'll get to that in the next episode. I'll just kind of show you how that works. But there's also some pretty cool things here. I did mention that there were some chest carts. Now, again, each of these is going to have just a higher level of defense. Let's go ahead and just grab one of these level 4 chest carts, and we'll go ahead and spawn that in. And then again, control. Oh, gotta wait for it to finish setting up. Okay, so here you can see how much storage it has. I'm not sure what the plus and minus is for here. Let's oh wow, it's like extra pages. So I'm gonna have to assume that what is that? Seriously, how much storage does this have, Shadow Mage? Wow. Okay, and then also let's go ahead and look at, well, let's see what some of the armor looks like. So we've got some stone armor, some iron armor, and some obsidian. So you've got blast resistance here. You've got general damage, or most, and then fire damage. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and throw some of this on here. So there we've got 7%, 7%, and 7%. It doesn't have any graphical representation on the cart, so I suppose you could make kind of a hard target and people wouldn't know what your defense is like. But here we go. I guess this is supposed to be me dragging the cart. It's not very fast, but it certainly holds a lot. Goodness. And, you know, it has no ammo or anything. No pitch, no yaw. Vehicle travels at a maximum of, looks like 3.5 blocks maybe per second. Interesting. Now if we look at some of the other vehicles here, you'll notice that there is also some Ballista Boats and Catapult Boats, and then there's boat transports, which are basically just a chest boat. Okay, and I can actually spawn it here, just like you can a regular boat in Minecraft. Okay, here's our storage, ammo, upgrades, and then of course I can get in it and I can move like almost not at all. But it does have a maximum speed of 5.89. I'm going to assume that again that is blocks per second, so it's fairly quick. Now if you are getting ready to go and do some type of a raid against you know, a fortified position on a river or on the beach, you could load this bad boy up with siege engines and some of your NPCs and lots of ammo and raise a bunch of heck. Now one thing that I do want to mention, and I need to talk to Shadow Mage about this also. Okay, let me just grab a stack of these bolts here, or rockets, sorry. If you have ammunition in your siege engines and you pack them up, and just to make sure you know, I'm going to be in survival, so I'm in regular survival right now. If you pack it up, I don't know if the ammo stays, so let's go ahead and find out. And we got to wait for it to set up. And our ammo and our upgrade got lost. So the armor would also get lost, I'm going to have to assume, as well as with these guys probably the inventory. So let's go ahead and pack that up. I've got it here. Okay, let's go ahead and put it back down. We got to wait for it. Once it's ready, no upgrades, no armor, and no inventory. So I know that the NPCs had an issue with that as well, where if you had given them better armor than what they normally started with, they would lose the armor. So it looks like this is something that also needs to be addressed. I'll get in touch with Shadow Mage so we can get that worked out, because certainly if you've got your siege engines full of armor and upgrades and your position's getting overrun and you want to pack them up to get out of there and save your siege engines, you don't really want to lose all your upgrades and your ammunition, especially since those can be extremely costly. If you're going to pack up and run, you know, if you can pack up your ballista, you should be able to pack up the ammo with it too. Maybe there needs to be some type of a delay on packing. Just like when you place it, there's a delay before you can use it. Maybe there needs to be a delay on actually how long it takes to pack up, at least for the vehicles. So if it's full of armor and stuff, you know, maybe some kind of a variable where the more armor and ammo you have in it, the longer it takes to actually pack up. That would make a lot of sense to me. So again, I'll be in touch with Shadow Mage on some of this stuff, and maybe we'll see if there's something we can do about being able to see the you know, where you're shooting with this thing. Because if you're in a first-person view, there's no way you can see your target. You'd need like a forward observer or something, but they'd also have to be able to see the trajectory lines there to know where it was going to land. So, you know, obviously if you've got your siege engineers running this thing, they'll be able to see that kind of stuff because, you know, they're smarter than we are. Or at least the AI is controlling them. But this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing each of the different ammo types and also each of the different siege engines working against some targets here. It doesn't look like they're the type of siege engines that are just going to obliterate a castle. Any of the ammunition that really seems to be able to knock down walls has to be fired from a fairly short range. So, next time I think I'm going to go ahead and storm the castle with some NPCs, try out the officer NPCs. If you look in, let me go back into here. If you look back into your NPCs here, there are, let's see, you've got, now this is listing the bandits here. Let's see if I can find them in here. I wonder if it has something to do with me not having research. Let me see if I can find it in NEI. Okay, because there is a lieutenant, grants bonuses to soldiers. Let me just go straight into Ancient Warfare here. I know I could just be doing this on the next video, but while I'm thinking about it here, let's see what we can find. Okay, they're not down here with these guys. Where would they be? We've only got 2 pages here. Bandits. 3 different foot soldiers. Ah, there they are. Lieutenant, colonel, and a general. So I want to test out how those guys are going to work with the other soldiers. They give some bonuses, probably some strength or such. We'll figure that out in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Have fun with your Ancient Warfare.